All right, we're doing another video here. 2024 season recap. It's been an interesting and long and exciting season. So it's been another interesting season. I've been watching football since I was about 12 years old. So I've seen a lot of football. Games definitely changed over the years. My first memory was a Cowboys-Steelers Super Bowl, January 1976. And I remember the Steelers winning. All right, surprises for this year. I think Jalen Daniels for the Commanders was definitely an emerging quarterback, which I did not see coming, how good he was this year. Usually rookie quarterbacks struggle. Ladd McConkey, emerging wide receiver for the LA Chargers, another good player I did not see coming. Brock Bowers, wide receiver, rookie of the year, in my opinion. I think he got that, I guess, for Las Vegas Raiders. The League MVP, in my opinion, is Josh Allen. Marvin Mims emerged as a wide receiver for Denver Broncos. Detroit, lots of defensive injuries, but they just keep winning. Coach Campbell, man, got to tip my hat off to him. Kansas City just keeps winning despite injuries, etc. Tip my hat to Coach Andy Reid. See what else has been exciting for this year. I don't know. A lot of ups and downs for teams. Biggest disappointment of the season is probably the Texans, I think. They just played inconsistent. Locally, I live in Indianapolis, so the Indianapolis Colts definitely played a little better than I thought. Like I say, they had a chance at the end to make the playoffs. I can't believe they're retaining Ballard and Steichen, whatever. Ballard should go, in my opinion. It's not the coaching. I think it's the lack of going after free agents and not drafting well. I don't understand the Colts organization. I feel like we could have a Detroit kind of organization if we put the right people in place. It would be great for the city, and I don't know why they're not going in that direction. I think it goes back to Irsay. I don't know. Irsay, I think he's out of touch with the league. And I mean, you got to go after free agents to be competitive in this league. 32 teams always trying to go after the Super Bowl and all that. And I'm trying to think what else there was this season. There's always players I don't see coming. Ravens, I think, dominated. To me, they're mostly one of the most dominating teams. So are the Bills. And it should be interesting playoffs. I feel the Super Bowl is going to go through Kansas City. I see Super Bowl being Detroit versus Kansas City. Everybody keeps naysaying Detroit's going to lose because too many injuries on the defense. But I think with the rest, they've got that bye week. They're going to get maybe some players healthy. And I think Detroit's just, to me, partly coaching, and they're just an offensive juggernaut, man. They just put up a lot of points. Bills are another team. I think maybe there's upsets that can happen, but that's the way I see it, though. Detroit versus Kansas City, with Kansas City winning again. Well, a lot of things can happen in the playoffs. Detroit's biggest threat is probably the Eagles. Probably, I feel Commanders will disappear on us. The Commanders will make it through. But it's tough this time of year. Top teams can you get hot at the right time, and game over for the other teams that are playing it. With the rest on the Bills having a bye, and the Bills have a bye? No, they don't. Excuse me, the Bills don't have a bye, but they do rest players, which is almost, to me, is almost a bye. But I feel the Bills should win. The Bills, to me, get past this first game. And, of course, it gets harder. I would caution everybody to do more live betting probably than – I did my previous video on who I think is going to win. Now, I didn't do a money pick. I think maybe my money pick, I'm thinking – it gets tough this time of year. Money pick, I don't know. Maybe – I think the Bills are probably the money pick. though they did burn me. The Bills, I think, are the money pick. Maybe the Commanders. This gets tough this time of year. Yeah, it's been an interesting season, and it's been fun. I launched my YouTube channel this year. It's been enjoyable, and hope to keep it going. I have bigger things planned. I would love to do a, like what's that called with Jay Portnoy is Barstool Sports. I'd like to go in that direction because I know there's a lot of money in sports, betting on it, talking about it. So that's what I would like to do. It's a matter of getting the people together. I think maybe I can do it, but that's something I've got planned for next season. But it's been a fun year. I do enjoy handicaps. It's been a lot of work, but it's been enjoyable. Trying to think if there's anything else for the whole season. I don't know. I could love talking about football. I can do it for hours. So I drive ride share. I love talking to people about football. Sometimes I'll get people that are very engaging and know about the game. I love those kind of conversations, people that know the game and know what's going on. It's always fun to talk about football with them. So IU had a great year. I drive down to Bloomington, Indiana a lot. So a lot of the students were very excited about IU Hoosiers having a great year. And they got there. They had a couple big games they couldn't get over. Ohio State being one of them, and Notre Dame in the playoffs. But I think their team's a damn good team, and they're going to eventually maybe they get a championship maybe next year. So I don't follow a lot of college. I feel that's a harder one to handicap because there's so many teams, and I'm usually working on Saturdays. I don't really have time to watch it. But so I may do some college basketball handicapping, and got to do something after football's over, and maybe some baseball too. All right, guys. I guess I'll let you go. Have a good week. Hopefully we have a proper week, and let's get these Benjamins and all that. So, all right. Have a good New Year.